Welcome to Wild Breakaway. I'm Audra Martin, joined by Walz. Overtime hockey had been a thorn in the side of the Minnesota Wild all season long. Today, it ended in a 3-2 shootout victory over the Buffalo Sabres, picking up a very big 2 points, a crucial 2 points as this team gets closer and closer to the postseason. It wasn't pretty, got a little dicey in the second period, but again, this was a huge win.
Yeah, for sure, and the Wild really come out ready to play this game. Outshot the Buffalo Sabres 10-4, and really, in my opinion, could have very easily been up 2 or 3 nothing after the first period. Got themselves in penalty trouble. The only penalty they took was a 4-minute high-sticking penalty to Nino Niederreiter, and the Buffalo Sabres were able to capitalize twice on both those, on both their power plays, which really put the Wild on their heels. But like this Minnesota Wild team has done here over the last 3 or 4 games, Audra, they've been able to show a lot of resiliency in the third period. A huge power play goal by Mikko Koivu to get this game tied up, and Jason Pominville ends it in overtime.
In a building he knows very well. Yep. Here are today's final stats. This one was about as close as you can get. Buffalo just barely getting the edge of shots on goals-wise, but how about the Minnesota power play? On the road, it's now 12 straight games with a power play goal, the longest streak in the NHL since Detroit did it back in 2009. Here's what the head coach had to say about the shootout victory.
I think, we talked about, we had a bunch of goals in our first 4 games, power plays getting, just good things are happening. Just trusting each other, knowing that if it isn't one guy, it's another, and, if Charlie doesn't score, Zach will pick him up. If Zach doesn't score, Mikko will pick him up. If not, Pommy picks him up, and that's what it's all about moving forward.
Here's a look at what's next for the Minnesota Wild. Not a ton of time to rest as they head back home to take on the visiting St. Louis Blues, a very tough team, always a good and exciting game on the ice.
Very big, very heavy team. Ken Hitchcock is the coach of the St. Louis Blues. He's always got those boys wound up. The Wild boys are going to have to be ready, especially the first 5 minutes of the game. And then after that, the Edmonton Oilers and the Montreal Canadiens, 2 teams that are right near the bottom of the National Hockey League, that the Minnesota Wild need to take advantage of those 2 opportunities as well.
And we look forward to seeing you Thursday for that game against Edmonton. In the meantime, for Walz and Audra Martin, thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway.